All right, this set of notes is going to be the first set of notes in our new unit. This is Unit 4, and the title is Similarity. And these notes will be on page 31 and 32, and the title will be Scale Factor. Remember, we don't put anything on the opposite page of where you put in the new unit, and those pages do not get page numbers. All right, so let's go on to page 31. So make sure that you give it a page number and you title the page Scale Factor. So first let's define scale factor. And let's go ahead and highlight that. Scale factor enlarges or reduces an image by an amount. And we are going to multiply every length of a pre-image by the scale factor to find the new dimensions. And in class we talked about the fact that when we had scale factors, we could decide right away whether the image would get larger, stay the same, or be smaller. I realize I just left out a word here. All right, so if the scale factor is greater than 1, then the image is going to be larger. If the scale factor is equal to 1, then the image stays the same. And if the scale factor is less than 1, the image is smaller. So for example, here we have a square that is 2 inches by 2 inches, and if my scale factor is 2, it is greater than 1, so I should have an image that is larger. And we're going to multiply every side length by our scale factor of 2. So 2 times 2, our new side length should be 4, and since this side was also 2, the other side is also going to be 4. Okay. Or, as a second example, if we start with that same 2 by 2 square and we have a scale factor of 1/2, we're going to multiply every side by 1/2. So 2 times 1/2 is 1, and so both sides of our new image are going to be 1. All right, let's go on to page 32. We also talked about things that are invariant, or things that do not change. And remember that we talked about in class that in means not, and variant is like the word vary, which means change. So looking at that word, we could decode it and say, I know this word must mean does not change. And when we are scaling images, we decided that the overall shape will stay the same, all angles will stay the same, and any lines of symmetry will stay the same. To find a scale factor, so if we have an original image and a scaled image, then we know that we had to have multiplied, if these truly are scaled copies of each other, then we had to have multiplied every side length of the original image times the same scale factor in order to find the new scaled image. And we can test that by dividing the scaled length by the original length. So in this example, we're going to look at our scaled length for this side is 14, and the corresponding side in our original image is 7. So we are going to divide 14 by 7, which gives us 2. And then we're going to go on and we're going to test the other side lengths. So, for example, this side is 4, and the corresponding side in the original image is 2, so we're going to go ahead and divide those. 4 divided by 2 also gives us 2. And we can continue working our way around, and we can do 6 divided by 3, which is also 2, or 10 divided by 5, which is also 2. So since we had the exact same scale factor for every length that we measured, we know that these two are in fact scaled copies of each other.